Sankhya TV, the first Hindu TV station in Trinidad and Tobago, and your number one choice for cultural, inspirational, and spiritual programming.
Choti choti gaiya, chote chote kwa. Choti choti gaiya, chote chote kwa. Chota so mero madan gopal. Chota so mero madan gopal. Choti choti gaiya, chote chote kwa. Choti choti gaiya, chote chote kwa. Chota sumero madan gopal. Chota sumero madan gopal. Choti choti gaiya, chote chote kwa. Choti choti gaiya, chote chote kwa. Chota sumero madan gopal. Chota sumero madan gopal. आगे आगे गैया, पीछे पीछे ग्वाल. आगे आगे गैया, पीछे पीछे ग्वाल. बीच में मेरो मदन गोपाल. बीच में मेरो मदन गोपाल. छोटी छोटी गैया, छोटे छोटे ग्वाल. छोटी छोटी गैया, छोटे छोटे ग्वाल. चौदह सौ मेरो मदन गोपाल. चौदह सौ मेरो मदन गोपाल. छोटी छोटी सखिया मधुवन वार. छोटी छोटी सखिया मधुवन वार. रास रचावे मेरो मदन गोपाल. रास रचावे मेरो मदन गोपाल. हे छोटी छोटी गैया, छोटे छोटे ग्वाल. छोटी छोटी गैया, छोटे छोटे ग्वाल. चौदह सौ मेरो मदन गोपाल. चौदह सौ मेरो मदन गोपाल. छोटी छोटी गैया, छोटे छोटे ग्वाल. छोटी छोटी गैया, छोटे छोटे ग्वाल. चौदह सौ मेरो मदन गोपाल. चौदह सौ मेरो मदन गोपाल. रास रचावे मेरो मदन गोपाल. बंसी बजावे मेरो मदन गोपाल. रास रचावे मेरो मदन गोपाल. बंसी बजावे मेरो मदन गोपाल. कभी राम बन के, कभी श्याम बन के चले आना. प्रभु जी चले आना. कभी राम बन के, कभी श्याम बन के चले आना. प्रभु जी चले आना. कभी राम बन के, कभी श्याम बन के चले आना. प्रभु जी चले आना. तुम गणपति रूप में आना. तुम गणपति
बुरे श्रमापति महादेव की जय। सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। Prabhaktajan Shubh Swagatam and welcome to this evening's Sandhya, another most beautiful evening of devotion dedicated to the feet of Bhagavan. This evening as we join in Bhakti Yatra here at the Charleville Shiva Mandir with its most beautiful members and devotees, performing our oblations and offerings to the feet of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. This evening we are about to join in a beautiful pravachan, a wonderful katha taken from the golden pages of the Bhagavad Mahapuran. But before joining in katha, I invite you all to please stand as we join in our opening Arati. Sajam chavarati samyuktim vahinayochita maya Deepa grihana devasya trilokyatimirapaham Yani tani japapani janma hirtatani cha Tani tani vanashyanti parakshana prade prade Jai 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 Bhagavatam Jai 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 Bhagavatam Jai jai Bhagavat Bhagavan ki आरती पापियों को पाप से है आरती जय जय भागवत भगवान की आरती
पापियों को पाप से है तारती
ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला
मोती पंथ पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला
हरि ज्ञान यही वरदान यही जग के मंगल की आरती पापियों को पाप से है आरती
भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती जय 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 भागवतम जय 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 भागवतम
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ये शांति दीप पावन पुनीत सा पोत मिटाने वाला हरि दर्शन गाने वाला
ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत शापों को मिटाने वाला हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला
हे सुख करनी हे दुख हरनी हे सुख करनी हे दुख हरनी यह मधुसूदन की आरती
पापियों को पाप से है तारती
जगपंत कोल सना माखन खाने वाला बिगड़े को बगाने वाला
ये मधुर बोल जगपंत बोल सन्मार्ग दिखाने वाला बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला
श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही
श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही
प्रभु की महिमा की आरती
पापियों को पाप से है तारती भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती
This evening, my dear friends and devotees, once we grasp this opportunity to offer Arati, once we grasp the opportunity to connect with our Divine Lord and Master of the Universe, this evening, Bhaktas and devotees, we grasp that opportunity as well. As we are witnessing this beautiful Shiva Mandir, the Pradhan Devata of this Mandir is Bhagwan Shankar, Lord Shiva. We take this opportunity to offer gratitude. Hame daya karo, hame raksha karo, barambar namaskar karta ho. Let us join together as we glorify and sing praises to Bhagwan Shankara. Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah
Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya
Pureshwara Mahapati Mahadev ki, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. You may have your respectful seats this evening. Once more again, Shubh Swagatam, and welcome to all devotees joining with us this evening here at our Mandir, and Swagatam to those joining with us via Sankhya television. My dear Bhaktas and devotees, before journeying to Pravachan, let us all sit upright as we join our palms together. As we close the physical eyes, we concentrate upon the divine form of Bhagavan. We firstly offer salutations to Pratam Deva Puja, the first deity to be worshipped, Mangalamurti Moria, the Lord of auspiciousness. He is Mahaganapati, Lord Sri Ganesh, the one who removes all obstacles and grants the blessings of success. As we pray this evening for success in our puja, in our worship, and of course in our devotion, salutations on today. Om Hari Om हरि ओम। हे राम हे राम हे राम, हमें दया करो। श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमो नमः। ओम श्री गुरु चरण कमलेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री गोविंदाय नमो नमः। वक्रतुंडा महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ओम गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपितजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पारपङ्कजम्। Salutations to the Holy Bhagavatam. Re se re data Siddha sadanava danavarana Sumiro barambara Marana karana ke laal kaho गणपति कृपा निदान ज्ञान कहानी आनंद भवन देव मोहि वरदान वरनो भाष भागवत कथा। जय शिवानंद कंदा भूतनाथ भव भयहरना भक्ति विशेष निवारा गौरवरण मंगल हरणा हे ब्रज चंद्र मुकुंदा ब्रजभूषण दूषण हरणा कहो भव भय पादना चरण शरण लियानंद करन। जय 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 जगदीशा श्वेत शीश महेश जा महिमामिता अभिवा वीर वीर जातनीहा। देव मोहे वरदान राधा वरहावर शरणा प्रेम भरी मुस्कान नित चित चित में कह करे मोहि के न क्यचु नहीं और वस्तु प्रभु जाट कही बस ही रही मन माही यहाँ बाकी जाके सनार का लिए राखुतिया हाथ ज्ञान के पीछे फिरता ग्वाल बाल लिए साथ मोरा मुकुट सिर पर धरे गुरु रज धर शीश कहो भागवत की कथा। यशो कब के परचित निरत सो श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रजा निज मन मुकुर सुनान बरनो रघुबर विमल जसो जो रायक पलचार बोनहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुरी विद्या देवो मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार धन्य हो बिंद्र धाम के धन्य गोकुल धन्य हे के रसिक जना की जो सुमिरत राधेशा की जो सुमिरत राधेशा की जो सुमिरत राधेशा वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसुचान उमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगतं गुरु हे कृष्णा गोविन्दा हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा गोपाला गोपाला देवकी नंदन गोपाला 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 देवकी नंदन गोपाला 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 देवकी नंदन 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 गोपाला 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 देवकी नंदन गोपाला देवकी नंदन गोपाला 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 देवकी नंदन गोपाला 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 देवकी नंदन 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 गोपाला 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 देवकी नंदन गोपाला देवाला गोपाला देवकी नंदन 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 गोपाला गोपाला Gopala, 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 Devaki Nandana Gopala, Devaki Nandana Gopala, Devaki Nandana. Bole Krishna Bhagwan ki, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki. Gopala, Gopala, Devaki Nandana. Everyone together. Gopala, Gopala, Devaki Nandana. Ek baar bole Krishna Bhagwan ki. My dear Bhaktas, devotees, this evening a beautiful katha taken from the golden pages of the Bhagavad Mahapuran. Krishna is in this very Balak form. And while he is in this childlike form, it is time for him to enter into the Gurukul ashram. It is customary in those days that the children from the royalty dynasty and the children from the homes of the Brahmanas or the holy and sacred ones would attend the same Gurukul ashram. Many times we ask ourselves at what age one should become initiated, at what age one should begin to learn the Guru Mantra and follow the footsteps of the Guru. According to our scriptures, our sastras and Puranas, it says that at very tender age, just before commencing your academical studies, one should become initiated. At that very tender age, one will become initiated so that they will be well groomed into Sanatan Dharma. They will learn about their Dharma and they will begin to trend the path of righteousness. Krishna and his son of a noble Brahmana, Sudama, they are both entering into the Sandipani Gurukul ashram. And upon entering the Sandipani Gurukul ashram, the Guru decides that firstly he must teach these children Nitya Karma. What is Nitya Karma? Nitya Karma, my dear friends and devotees, we all should be aware of this. Nitya Karma is the daily duties of a Hindu. How many of us know what is our daily duties as Hindus? Our daily duties as Hindus, my dear friends, is to awake in the morning at Brahma Muhurat, perform purification, offer jal to Surya Narayan Swami, perform Surya Namaskaram, perform your worship. For the one who wears a Yagyapavit to perform Gayatri Havan. And there, throughout the day, Ram Nam, chant the name of Bhagwan. And whatever we do, it is done as an offering to God. In the evening, as Hindus, we will light our diya. We will welcome Lakshmi Mata not only in our home or altar, but within our hearts. This is just some of our Nitya Karma as Hindus. Our Nitya Karma is to serve God. And if we are unable to perform the rituals to serve God, then how would we serve God? Because sometimes because of our lifestyles, we are unable to perform puja every day. Then how would we serve God? It is said service to humanity is service to God. Every day of your life, grasp that opportunity, my dear devotees, to do something good, to tell someone something to inspire them, to motivate them. And doing such, you are truly serving God. Do it from your heart. Service to humanity is service to God. Our Nitya Karma as Hindus is to serve God. And so, the Guru Sandipani is teaching Krishna and Sudama their Nitya Karma. They wear the Yagyapavit and they have to perform Gayatri Havan. And once the Guru is teaching them, the first thing he teaches them to go into the nearby forest and gather your ingredients for your Havan. Gather your sticks, etc. to perform your Havan. My dear friends, in life, when we are about to perform our pujas, where does the puja begin? Not by the Bedi, but in the actual preparations for the puja. We must take our own hands. Remember long time? We will get the pitch pine and cut it up, wash it and dry it and then put it for the puja. Nowadays we buy it. It comes straight from the guardian paper. Jai Bhagwan. We should begin our puja in the actual preparations for the puja. And so, as Krishna and Sudama is heading into the forest to gather sticks and ingredients for their puja, Sukadeva Maharaj Ji Bode, he tells to us what takes place. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Bolo Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. सुदामा के शिष्य अर्तम काम में जननी कोटा भोग लगावे प्रतिभवा friends and devotees, the Guru Mai sees Krishna and Sudama entering into the forest as they are leaving. And whilst they are leaving to enter into the forest, my devotees and bhaktas, the Guru Mata is thinking, as Krishna and Sudama goes, I don't know how long they will take. She immediately takes some pat rice and she ties it in a piece of cloth. For the Guru Mata, love has grown for these two Shishyas. As she calls, Hare Krishna, Krishna doesn't answer. You know why? What Bhagwan Krishna adores the most in this world? The cows. And Bhagwan Krishna is getting a chance to go into the forest. He is running in front because he is going to play with the cows. And Sudama is coming behind. Dhire, dhire. She calls, Hare Sudama. And Sudama answers, Guru Ma. And he begins to run back to her. And running there, he says, Ma, I heard you calling. And she says, oh son, take this rice. In case you or Krishna becomes hungry, you will have this to partake of. He bows to the feet of the Guru Mata and he begins to run behind Krishna. Hare Kanha, Hare Krishna. And Krishna is way in front playing with the cows. And what takes place? Katha tells to us this evening. Gwal gaur par bhavayaha sarvam asram visham praha sarupana vikachararam Sri Krishnam sharanam mama Sri Krishna sharanam mama Sri Krishna sharanam mama Sri Krishna sharanam mama Bolo Sri Krishna sharanam mama O Prabhu Sri Krishna sharanam mama Baba Sri Krishna Bole Vrindavan Bhallal ki Krishna is way in front, he is playing with the cows. And while he is playing with the cows, Sudama is coming behind, dhire dhire. And while Sudama is coming, my dear friends, the Guru Mai call him and give him some patra. She says, in case you or Krishna becomes hungry, you will have this to partake of. Playing with the cows, gathering the sticks for the havan, for the puja, and for the worship, my dear friends. The rain began to fall. And as the rain is falling, my dear devotees and bhaktas, Krishna and Sudama decides that they should shelter under a huge banyan tree. Krishna is on one end and Sudama is on the other. Krishna begins to feel hungry. But once Krishna Bhagavan begins to feel hungry, he's thinking to himself, if I am hungry, then my bhaiya Sudama must be hungry too. How many of us in today's world, when we are hungry, we think about others? I wonder if my sister is hungry. I wonder if my brother is hungry. I wonder if my friend is hungry. Krishna is thinking, Sudama must be hungry too. Remember, Krishna doesn't know about the pot rice. Krishna begins to call, Sudama bhaiya. Nobody answer. He says, bhaiya. Nobody answering. Krishna decided to climb the banyan tree. And as he climbed and looked on the other side, he saw Sudama with his mouth filled. Hence he couldn't answer. His mouth was full with the pot rice. Krishna does not become angry. He begins to laugh. And he says, bhaiya, karma pradhan ek samrata, the day will come when you will have to return that same pot rice to me. Don't worry, eat it and enjoy it to the fullest. And so, Krishna and Sudama returns to the Gurukula ashram. Years have passed by. Krishna is now the king of Dwarka. And Sudama lives in Gokul. Sudama is married now and he has children. And every day Sudama will tell his children and his dulahin about the wonderful time he had in the Gurukula ashram, spending with Krishna, the now king of Dwarka. But one day, my dear friends, the dulahin of Sudama, as Sudama was talking about his great friendship with Krishna, the dulahin of Sudama, she said, Sudama, you talk so greatly about Krishna. You talk so highly about Krishna and how both of you share a great relationship. I have one thing to ask. O Sudama, what does she ask? Katha tells to us this evening. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Bolo Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Guru Charanam Bhuja Nibara Samsara Atichara Bhava Krishna Manasa Sudhama Nitya Deka Nija Hirdayadam Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Bolo Shri Krishna. The dulahin of Sudama, she says, oh Sudama, you talk so greatly about Krishna, the king of Dwarka. Sudama, we are here, we are hungry, we hardly have food to eat. Why don't you go to the king? Or why don't you ask for help? Krishna is your friend, Sudama. And this is what you tell to us every day. Please go to him and ask him for help. Sudama doesn't answer, my dear friends. Sudama, you know what he does? He stands there in amazement. But then his Dulahin says, Sudama, do not go for yourself. Do not go for me. But Sudama, go for our children. Our children are hungry, they are starving, Sudama. Sudama felt as though something hit him in his heart. And immediately he began to prepare himself. He began to pack a suit of clothing. He embraced the children. But what Sudama does? Sudama goes to his altar. He bows to the image of Bhagwan Hari Sri Vishnu and he begins to pray. And while he prays, what Sudama is doing, Katha tells to us. Pratanaya mama pratasyaham nitya nityaya vivek vicham taspaya samasamari vidanam kuru vandanam. Bolo Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Baba Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Prabhu Shri Krishna Sharanam. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. बोलो श्री कृष्ण शरणम. एक बार बोले कृष्ण भगवान की. Sudama felt as though something in his heart began to ache. Sudama, my dear friends and devotees, he immediately prepares himself, but he goes to the altar first. He bows to the image of Bhagwan Sri Vishnu and he begins to pray. What does he pray for? He is about to leave his home. When we are about to leave our home, I always emphasize on this. When we are about to leave our home, whether it is to go to work, whether it's to go up the road or down the road or wherever you're about to go, we must seek the blessing of Bhagwan. It might sound a little ridiculous. Every time I leave in home, you think I should go by the altar and bow? My dear friends, you could just step out of the house for 1 minute and you don't want to return. We see this happening. Sometimes you leave your home to go to work and you do not return home. Or sometimes you return home and you have no home or nobody in the home. We live in Kali Yuga and this is reality. And many times we ask ourselves, Bhagwan, what should we do? Our scripture, the Puranas are teaching us what we should do. Very simple. Go to your altar. By whatever faith you may belong to, pray to God. Ask Bhagwan to protect you on your journey and to bless you to return home safely to your family and to your home. My dear friends, we must begin to practice this. And this is why I continue to always remind everyone about this, so that one day we will listen and we will begin to practice it. As Sudama prays to Bhagwan Sri Vishnu, he hugs his children. But as he goes to the Dulahin is thinking, how could I send Sudama empty-handed? She goes to the neighbor's home and she borrows some rice and very quickly she patches it. She places it in a piece of cloth and she ties it. And she says, Sudama, I cannot send you empty-handed to Krishna. Take this patch rice and carry it. Tell him that I sent this. Sanatana Dharma teaches us that whenever we are going to the home of our loved ones, our family members, etc., and for those who are sitting here in the mandir and those joining with us this evening, from the comfort of your homes, you remember in the long time days, when going to visit family members, you will carry something. And when family members coming to visit you, they will always bring something. If it is tuza, buka, mango in season, they bring a little bucket of mango for you. Isn't that so? Long ago when we are going to puja, well, not me, I was very small. Long ago when our elders were going to puja, they will take what? Some sugar or some rice or maybe some flowers to carry to the puja, to add to the puja. Not to help anybody, you know, but for their own blessing, their own punya. We see this happening still in some mandirs, where when performing puja, you will see auntie coming and she brings a little bag of flowers. Baba, this is for the puja. I get some dugras, some flowers, etc. And you see some of the elders will still practice this. My dear friends, this is not to help anybody, but it's for your own blessing. And so, Sudama embraces his dulahin and he leaves. And why is he leaving, my dear friends? He's thinking to himself. He's happy to meet with Krishna, you know. How many of us, when we are coming to the mandir to meet the Lord, we are happy. We are excited to meet the Lord. We are excited to join in the satsang and sing praises to God. Happy to be in the company of all these wonderful people. Krishna is happy to meet with Lord Sudama, is happy to meet with Lord Krishna. But Sudama is thinking to himself, so many years has passed. Would Krishna remember me? You know, sometimes when you see a friend for a long time, you forget your friend. When you see them, Jai Bhagwan. He's wondering, would Krishna remember me? But he begins to remember the past times in the Gurukula ashram. And while he is journeying to Krishna, what he does, he begins to sing praises to Krishna. He begins to jape the name of Lord Krishna. Likewise, my dear friends and devotees, whilst we are all on this journey to Krishna, we all are on a journey to Krishna, you know. At the end of this journey that is called life, we will meet who? Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Whilst we too are on this journey, we too should be japing the name of the Divine Lord. Tonight, as Sudama is journeying to Krishna, he japes the name of Krishna. Radhe Radhe Japa karo, Krishna naam ras piya karo. Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Japa karo, Krishna naam ras piya karo. Radhe Radhe Japa karo, Krishna naam ras piya karo. Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Japa karo. Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Japa karo. Radhe Radhe Japa karo, Krishna naam ras piya karo. Krishna, my dear friends, he is in Dwarka. He sits upon a beautiful throne. There's a servant at the gateway. Everyone has to pass through the servant before meeting Krishna. And Sudama is coming and he's jumping the name of Krishna. And while he chants the name of Krishna, he's smiling from ears to ears. Why? When we are chanting the name of Bhagwan, we must chant it with what? Prem. With love. We must chant with love, my dear friends. And when we are chanting the name of the Lord with love, it creates what? Joy in our hearts. Creating that joy, my dear devotees and bhaktas. Sudama begins to smile. He is in that beautiful mode thinking about Krishna only. And while he is journeying, he sings praises. Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Japa karo, Krishna naam ras piya karo. Radhe Radhe Japa karo, Krishna naam ras piya karo. राधे 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 जपा करो राधे 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 जपा करो राधे राधे जपा करो कृष्ण नाम रस पिया करो राधे राधे कृष्ण नाम रस पिया करो कृष्ण नाम रस पिया करो कृष्ण नाम रस। एक बार बोले श्री कृष्ण भगवान की। Sudama is journeying, and while he is jumping the name of the Lord, it creates joy in his heart. We too, my dear devotees and bhaktas, whilst we are on this journey that is called life, we should jap the name of Bhagwan. And when we are singing the praises of the Lord, we must do it with, anybody know? With love. Prem, love, bhakti, devotion, shraddha, faith, and vishwas, confidence in the Lord. And while he is singing praises, he pauses for a moment. And he says, I am going to Krishna. But what if Krishna do not recognize me? What if Krishna cannot remember who I am? What would I do? How would I return to my wife empty-handed? What would I tell her? My dear friends, Sudama says to himself, I have faith in Krishna. I know Krishna would remember me. My dear devotees, Bhagwan never forgets his children. Bhagwan never forgets anyone. But who does forget Bhagwan? Jai Bhagwan. God do not forget anybody, you know. But many times we tend to forget God. When things going good, we just remember God. When you're walking down the road and things going good, you call out everybody else. But you forget God. But as you reach a bad spot and you bounce your toe, what is the first thing you say? Oh God, Jai Shri Ram. We must not only remember God in our bad times, but we must remember God as much as in our good times. Share our happy moments with God as much as our not so happy moments with Bhagwan. We must begin to make God part and parcel of our lives. Bhagwan never forgets us. Sudama is almost there. He prays, oh Krishna, please don't forget me. And what he does? He chants the most powerful mantra. What is the most powerful mantra that connects this Jeev Atma with Paramatma? We are Jeev Atma, part and parcel of God. And Bhagwan is Paramatma. And what connects Jeev Atma with Paramatma? The Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Don't forget tonight, Baba do here too. Jai Shri Ram. Together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama. If you want Sudama to find the kingdom of Krishna, you have to sing a little bit harder. Otherwise Sudama might lose, right? Jai Shri Ram. So tonight let us try to help Sudama a little bit. And by helping Sudama and chanting a little bit louder, it will help ourselves to find who? Bhagwan Krishna. Together, Ekbal. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama, Hare. With love and devotion. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. My dear friends and devotees, tonight as we chant, with love, with devotion, let us sing praises to Krishna. Bhagavan has blessed us with his body. Ramayana says, Bare bhagya manusya tanupava. The human birth is the greatest gift from God, and use it to serve God. This evening we all are blessed to sit here as a family and to pray to Bhagavan. Those who are joining with us via Sankhya television tonight, my dear friends, blessed you are, whether you're in your workplaces, in your homes, wherever you are throughout this world. This evening, chant with us. Let us create that positive energy, that wonderful vibration as we send it out into this world to bring peace, love, unity, togetherness. Together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, 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 Hari. Hari Bol, 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 Hari. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari. Nitya Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. एक बार बोले कृष्ण भगवान की. This evening, bhaktas and devotees, you all have chanted the Maha Mantra so good that Sudama finally reached the kingdom. Upon reaching to the gateway, my dear devotees and bhaktas, Sudama is dressed in ragged clothing. And his servant, upon seeing Sudama, he says, listen, today we're not giving any charity. Jai Bhagwan. What we just do many times, just like this servant, we love to judge the book by its cover. He says, we are not giving charity today. Sudama with clasped hands, he says, listen, Pranam. I am here to meet my friend. He says, tell me, who is your friend? He says, my friend is Krishna. And the guard begins to laugh. He says, you are talking about a king is your friend. and you dress like a beggar? Sudama says, yes. Krishna is my childhood friend. And the guard said, listen, you wait by the gate. I will go in the kingdom and I will tell the king that there is a man by the gate claiming to be his friend, but I'm sure Bhagavan Krishna don't even know who you are. My dear friends and devotees, Bhagavan doesn't only know the rich people, you know. Bhagavan doesn't only know the people who just wear kurta and dhoti. Bhagavan doesn't only know the people who is wearing shalwar and sari, you know. Bhagavan knows everybody. There might be a person who cannot afford to wear one of these garments. Might be on a mere t-shirt and a pants, but is a great devotee of Bhagavan. And there, he says, tell me, what is your name? He says, my name, Mai Sudama. The guard laughing, my dear friends, he goes into the kingdom. He bows to the king and he says, oh Raja, there is a man at the gateway claiming to be a friend. I know you don't even know whom he is. He is dressed in ragged clothing like a beggar. He says, tell me, what is his name? He says his name is Sudama. Krishna Bhagavan jumped up from the throne, barefooted, he began to run to the gate. Everybody is in amazement. Who is this Sudama? Is this the Sudama that Krishna talks about all the time? And Bhagavan Krishna reaching to the gate, he embraces Sudama. He embraces Sudama and hugging Sudama, he takes him into the kingdom. And as he takes him into the kingdom, my dear friends, everybody is in amazement to see that this is the Lord's friend Sudama, his childhood friend that he has been talking about for so many years. He isn't dressed in clothing like a Raja or a king. He is dressed in mere ragged clothing. But the Lord does not see the clothing. What he sees is the heart, the love, your devotion. We could put on $1,000 kurta. Bhagavan don't see that, you know. Bhagavan sees what is in the heart. And everybody is in amazement to see that this is the friend. My dear friends and devotees, who is the greatest friend that you have? Anybody know? Who is your best friend? Don't say Amir. Not you, Amir. Jai Bhagavan. Who is your best friend? We will call all the names of the people surrounding us because we want everybody to feel you is my best friend. Jai Bhagavan. But who is your best friend, my dear friends? We chant the mantra every day of our lives. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva tvameva cha saka tvameva tvameva bandhu cha saka tvameva. Bhagavan, you are my friend and companion, everything unto me. This is what we tell Bhagavan every day. But yet we have John and Bihari, everybody else for friend. Everybody else is their best friend. But you tell him, Bhagavan, you is my friend. My dear friends, devotees and bhaktas, Krishna embraces Sudama and tears is flowing from his eyes. And while the tears is flowing from his eyes, everybody, my dear friends and devotees, they are looking at the Lord, they are seeing what? The love of a true friendship. In today's world, if we have a little $5 more than your friend, you don't want to be seen in public with him, right? If you're going out and your friend having an old jersey, we just tell him, boy, you stay in the car, I go and get it and come back. Because we are ashamed of the friend sometimes. But the same friend that you are ashamed of sometimes is the truest friend that you could have in your life. The best friend for real. The one who will be there to help you out in life, my dear friends. Who is a true friend? This is what we should ask ourselves tonight. We have friends and then we have friends again. A friend in need is a friend in Jai Bhagwan. A friend in need is a friend in deed, my dear friends. You see, I just call all your friends because all it is be there to help me sing and to help me in satsang. Devotees and bhaktas. A true friend and true friendship doesn't come from the clothing. True friendship doesn't come from money, because sometimes when we see people have a little money, that is my best friend. Isn't that so? True friendship comes from the heart. The beautiful song tells to us this evening, as Krishna embraces Sudama and tears is flowing from their eyes, the beautiful song describes to us the beauty of a friendship. Koi jab raah na paaye, mere sang aaye, ke pag pag deep jalaye. If already singing the Maha Mantra so good in the beginning, it was good, you know. Koi jab raah na paaye, mere sang aaye, ke pag pag deep jalaye. Meri dosti mera pyar, meri dosti mera pyar. जीवन का ये ना दस्तूर, प्यार बिना के अकेला मजबूर, दोस्ती को माने तो सब दुख दूर, दोस्ती को माने तो सब दुख दूर। कोई कहे दूर न खाए, मेरे संग आए, के पग पग दीप जलाए। मेरी दोस्त, everybody, कोई जब राह न मेरे संग, के पग पग दीप जलाए। मेरी दोस्त, कोई जब राह न पाए, मेरे संग आए, के पग पग दीप जलाए। मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार, मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार, मेरी दोस्ती मेरा। एक बार बोले कृष्ण भगवान की। Krishna Bhagavan embraces Sudama and he says, Bhaiya, go and refreshen yourself and come papawe bhojan, bhog lagawe. When somebody comes to our home, Sanatana Dharma teaches us, Atiti Devo Bhava. Your guest is your God. When somebody comes to your home, how you must treat them? Nowadays, when we see people coming home, we say, boy, I was now going to leave home, you know. Jai Bhagwan. When our friends and our relatives come to our home, we must treat them as though Bhagwan has come. That it must be beyond reapproach. You know, our elders would have taught us, if the last mouthful of food it have in the house and you hungry, and somebody come, who you should offer the food to? You give it to the guest first. My dear devotees, Bhagwan Shri Krishna says, Sudama, please sit, bhog lagawe, partake of the food. And many different types of meal, bhojan, dishes are prepared there. Sudama is sitting on one side and Krishna on the other side. Sudama is hungry, very hungry. But as he sees all this food in front of him, he can't eat. Jai Bhagwan. Imagine you hungry, your belly scraping. One set of food in front of you, what you gonna do? Man, better belly bust than good thing. Jai Shri Ram. You know there's this saying, better belly bust than good thing whiz. Sudama cannot eat, my dear devotees. Why? Instead, tears is filled in his eyes. He's thinking, how can I sit here and partake of all this wonderful bhojan when my family is at home and they are hungry? There are some parents, when they go out, if they buy 2 doubles, because that's what they can afford, and they're hungry, they still would need the doubles. They reach home and give everybody half doubles to eat. Isn't that so? And then there are some, they say, Jai Bhagwan, what the eye see, it go hold the heart. So if I eat 2 doubles, nobody ever know. Jai Bhagwan. My dear friends, Krishna Bhagwan is what? Leela Purushottam. He knows everything, you know. But this is the Leela of Krishna for us to learn the lessons of life. Krishna knows exactly what is going on, but he says, Sudama bhaiya, papawe bhojan, bhog lagawe. And Sudama, he takes a little bit of the food to eat to please his friend Krishna. And as he partake of the bhojan, both Krishna and Sudama sit there now. And they begin to talk about the past times. The past times in the Gurukula Ashram. And whilst they are talking about the past times in the Gurukula Ashram, Sudama is sitting there together with Krishna. And all of these servants are listening because the stories are so beautiful. And Sudama begins to tell them about Lord Krishna and why he was in the Gurukula Ashram. And why is he telling to them? Sudama begins to sing praises to Krishna because love is overflowing from his heart. Why he is in the presence of the Lord. When we are in the presence of the Lord, my dear friends, joy should overflow our hearts. Love should overflow our hearts. And so he begins to praise Krishna. And while he's praising Krishna, everybody is dancing and they're enjoying the time in the company of Krishna. When we come to satsang, we must clap, we must sing, dance, glorify, and enjoy the time spent here in the mandir, in the presence of the Lord and the Master. Sudama begins to sing. And while Sudama sings, my dear friends, let us all join together. Are lelo bihari nanda, lala ho dehiya mori lelo bihari nanda. You know, as I said, Sudama was singing, and everybody else was doing what? Singing and clapping and what? Oh, you didn't hear good? Jai Bhagwan, I thought I alone am hearing good. They were singing, clapping, dancing, rejoicing. So tonight, when we sing this beautiful bhajan, let us clap, let us sing and rejoice in the name of the Lord. Are lelo bihari nanda, lala ho dehiya mori lelo bihari nanda, lala ho dehiya mori dehiya mori dehiya mori dehiya mori lelo bihari nanda, lala ho dehiya mori lelo bihari nanda, lala ho dehiya mori lelo. तू काल है ग्वालना, कहावा कि हम तू है के ग्वालिन, काहे तू काला नाम हो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद, लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद, लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो. Everybody singing, dancing. dancing and rejoicing. The time is flying and passing by very quickly. When you're having a good time, what has happened? The time does pass quickly. When I look at my watch, Jai Shri Ram, the time is passing very quickly. They are singing praises. The place is getting a little bit dark. And it's about time where Sudama must leave. But Sudama doesn't study time. Because when you are having a good time, what will they say? Don't study time, Naman. Sudama is singing and glorifying the Divine Lord. What he sings, we listen. मथुरा के हम है तो काल है ग्वाल न मथुरा के हम तो क्रू है ग्वाल न राजा हम में नाम हो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो दहिया मोरी ले लो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो हे तुम का लोता गंगा लभा की तुम का लोता गंगा लभा की हम ब्रजवन रानी हो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो दहिया मोरी ले लो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो चंज सखी बजु बाल कृष्ण छवि चंज सखी बजु बाल कृष्ण छवि हरि के चरण चित्त हो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो दहिया मोरी ले लो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद लाला हो दहिया मोरी ले लो बिहारी नंद। एक बार बोले कृष्ण भगवान की, कृष्ण भगवान की। Sudama, singing all his praises, he recognizes the place is getting dark. He knows it's time now that he must leave to return to Gokul. But Krishna Bhagwan, remember, he knows everything. He says, Sudama, Bhaiya, I'm sure that my sister-in-law sent something for me. She wouldn't send you just so. Sudama looks at the Mahal, the kingdom. He doesn't even answer. He looks at all of the luxury here and all the beautiful bhojan, and I go pull out a piece of cloth with some patch rice. Jai Bhagwan. But Krishna is insisting. And very beautifully, Sudama places his hand in his pocket. And taking his time, he pulls out the patch rice. And taking out the patch rice, Bhagwan Krishna snatches the rice. And very greedily he begins to eat the rice. Everybody's in amazement. Krishna Bhagwan has all this beautiful bhojan and mere patch rice he's eating like that. And Bhagwan Krishna says, whatever is prepared with love and devotion, I accept it. What the Lord is teaching us this evening is a beautiful lesson for everybody joining with us. Bhagwan Shri Krishna accepts what is prepared with love and devotion. This is why I always tell devotees, when you have puja, who should make your prasad? You say, Baba, start the puja, the prasad will come just now. Pandit Madan is here with us. I show you here this already. Start the puja, Baba, the Parsad come in. Or the man who had to make the Parsad come home late, he go get up just now and come and make the Parsad. Don't worry. My dear friends, when you have puja, you should make your own Parsad. You have fasted. You have made your sacrifices. You know the purpose of your puja. And when you are making your Parsad, you will put what? Your love and devotion in it. I am not saying if somebody help you make the Parsad, they wouldn't put love and devotion. But not all the time, I am sure about that one. But when you make your Parsad, you put the love and devotion. But then we say, Baba, my Parsad will come out too good, you know. My Parsad has come out like choke and dead. Somebody told me that yesterday in a puja. My dear friends, don't worry if the Parsad choking you. Don't worry if it come out too brown. Don't worry if it come out lumpy. You don't worry about that. Once you put love and devotion, Bhagwan will accept it. But Baba, what people go say? What people go say? But when uncle come and make the best cream of wheat Parsad, my dear friends, remember, you are not making the Parsad for please people, but you are making the Parsad for who? Bhagwan. You know, just earlier this morning, I had to tell somebody, when you're making the Panchamrit, when you're making the sweet rice, when you're making the Parsad, don't make it diabetic. He said, Baba, but everybody diabetic in the house. I said, but Bhagwan, diabetic. You make the Parsad and then good, and all the diabetic people eat little bit. Parsad is not to eat belly full, you know. It's just for the Vardhan, a little bit to eat. My dear friends, when you are making your Parsad, make it yourself. Don't worry how it come out. Once you put your love and devotion in it, Bhagwan would accept it. It's not who go before God with the big tari and mitai and Parsad and fruit, you know. And the one who go with the little tari, I get no blessing, you know. Is the one who places the love and devotion in the offering, in the preparation and offering. So whether the tari is big or small, place your love and devotion in it, and Bhagwan will accept it. As he partakes of the pat rice, he looks at Sudama and he says, Sudama, karma pradhan ek samrata. He says, remember in the Gurukul ashram, when you took the rice and you ate all, and I tell you, Sudama, karma pradhan ek samrata, the day will come when you will return this rice to me. The day has come where you have paid that karma. Katha is teaching us, every action that we perform, we have to pay for it. May not be today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day to come. Everything is about karma. So do good, my dear friends. Good will follow you. Do good things. Do godlike things. And refrain from creating more karma. And here, Krishna, he embraces Sudama. Sudama is about to leave. He hugs him and he takes him where? To the gateway. Sudama is about to leave. He bows to the feet of Krishna Bhagwan. And Sudama begins his journey. But when Sudama leaves the kingdom of Krishna, he leaves with his heart overflowing with joy. When we leave satsang, yagna, mandir, how we must leave? With joy, with happiness. All the problems that come with, you just leave it where? You know why you must leave your slippers outside? Leave all your problems right there too. You realize in the mandir here we have 3 doorways, 4 doorways. When you come through the front door, you leave your problem. And when you leave and you pass through the side door, collect your bhojan and you go so you don't pick up back your problem. Leave it right there. My dear friends, Krishna Bhagwan embraces Sudama, and Sudama is about to leave with a heart full of joy. And whilst his heart is filled with joy again, he sings praises to the Lord whilst he's journeying. Dekho Bindravana mein kunja mein siri naache Nanda Kumar. Dekho Bindravana mein kunja mein siri naache Nanda Kumar. नाचे नंद कुमार कन्हैया, ओ नाचे नंद कुमार, नाचे नंद कुमार कन्हैया, ओ नाचे नंद कुमार। देखो वृंदावन में कुंज में श्री नाचे नंद कुमार। मोर मुकुट सिर ऊपर सोहे, गल के फूलन की हार। मोर मुकुट सिर ऊपर सोहे, गल के फूलन की हार। प्रेतांबर के प्रेत बरज में मुरली गर सुंदर। देखो वृंदावन में कुंज में श्री नाचे नंद कुमार। वीणा तर मृदंग बाजे, बाजे भंग सीता। वीणा तर मृदंग बाजे, बाजे भंग सितार। जन जन तन तन मोरा बरज में कर कंचर कंगार। देखो वृंदावन में कुंज में श्री नाचे नंद कुमार। नाचे नंद कुमार कन्हैया, ओ नाचे नंद कुमार। नाचे नंद कुमार कन्हैया, ओ नाचे नंद कुमार। देखो वृंदावन में कुंज में श्री नाचे नंद कुमार। देखो वृंदावन में कुंज में श्री नाचे नंद कुमार। श्री नाचे नंद कुमार, श्री नाचे। एक बार बोले कृष्ण भगवान की। Sudama is walking going home, but when he almost reached home, then Sudama remembers something. Anybody know what Sudama now remember? Anybody here who married Uncle Kenny? When you're going by the grocery and the Dulahin send you and the Oma send you to buy his foil paper, and you go in the grocery and you come back with everything else, but you have come back with the foil paper, what has happened? Then the real Bhagavad does start. Jai Bhagwan. Sudama now remember that he went to Krishna, he met Krishna, but he didn't ask the Lord for nothing. Jai Bhagwan. He's thinking, what will I tell my Dulahin when I reach home? But as Sudama is entering into Gokul, he sees the beautiful flower trees, the cows, the cowherds. But when he looks deeper into the road where his house is at the kutia used to be, he doesn't see the kutia. He stops. Tears is filling his eyes. He says, Lord, I wasn't here for 2 days, and some rich person came and took my land and built a mahal. He goes closely and he calls out. And as he calls, he sees these little children running, coming. He sees this woman running, coming. And as they saw him, they ran down the stairs and embraced Krishna. Who are these people? The beautiful bhajan describes to us. Sudama falls to the ground and tears is flowing from his eyes. What he is doing? The bhajan tells. Sudama mandire dekidare, Sudama mandire dekidare. Dekidare Goria dekidare, dekidare Goria dekidare. Sudama mandire dekidare, Sudama mandire dekidare. कहाँ गए में राम जो परिया, कहाँ गए में राम जो परिया, कंचन महल करे हो कंचन महल करे, सुदामा सुदामा मंदिर रे किधरे. Sudama says, where's my little Jopariya? I don't see the Jopariya. But what he sees is a big mahal and tears is flowing from his eyes. And nobody knows why he's crying so. And the bachan says, and he calls out, he sees the little Rani coming. He sees the little Raja coming. His children so beautifully bedecked. The bachan says, घर के रानी आए द्वार पर, घर के रानी आए द्वार पर, नंदा प्रेम धरे हो नंदा प्रेम धरे, सुदामा मंदिर देखे डरे, सुदामा मंदिर देखे डरे गोरिया, देखे डरे गोरिया. ओ गिरिधारी एक निधान से, ओ गिरिधारी एक निधान से, नित्य कल करे हो नित्य कल करे, सुदामा मंदिर रामा सुदामा मंदिर देखी डरे, सुदामा मंदिर देखी डरे. एक घर वाला घर के बीहर, एक घर वाला घर के बीहर, घर के कोचा करे हो घर के कोचा करे, सुदामा 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 मंदिर देखे डरे, सुदामा मंदिर देखे डरे गोरिया देखे डरे गोरिया देखे डरे, सुदामा मंदिर देखे डरे, सुदामा मंदिर देखे डरे, सुदामा मंदिर. एक बार बोले कृष्ण भगवान की. Sudama falls to the ground and tears begin to flow from his eyes. And while he is there, you know what he is doing? He recognizes that this is the work of Lord Krishna. Whenever we go before the Lord with love in our hearts, with bhakti devotion, with shraddha, faith and vishwas, confidence, you don't even need to ask the Lord for nothing. Because when you go to the Lord and surrender, my dear friends, your heart, Bhagwan knows your heart's desire. So when we go before God, my dear devotees and bhaktas, sometimes you don't need to ask for nothing. Bhagwan knows everything. You make one footstep towards God and He make 10 towards you. You know what Sudama is doing? He falls to the ground because he knows he didn't ask Krishna for anything. And there he is offering gratitude to Krishna Bhagwan. Thank you, Bhagwan. Thank you for your darshan. How many of us take the opportunity to offer gratitude to God? How many of us take the opportunity in the morning when we get up to say thank you, Bhagwan, for another day. Thank you, Bhagwan, for another opportunity to make what seemed wrong yesterday right today, Lord. Thank you for another opportunity to serve you, God. How many of us do this? Tomorrow morning, how many of us going to get up in the morning and say, oh God, is Monday again? When you get up in the morning, thank God for the gift of life. Thank God for the opportunity to serve Him. Many people, my dear friends, didn't make it this morning. Many people are fighting for their lives. We are well, we are okay. Maybe not in the best of health, but we are fine. We could join in prayer this evening. That is a great blessing. We may not have a mahal, but we have a roof over our heads. We may not have clothes like a Raja, but we have clothing to wear. We may not have a whole table of bhojan, but we still have food to eat. We have health and strength. What more do we desire in this world when this is the greatest blessing from Bhagwan? There are people who don't know where they are sleeping tonight. There are people who don't know what they're going to eat in the morning. There are people who don't have these things that we take for granted. So in today's Katha, it teaches us, do not take nothing for granted, my dear friends. Surrender to God and receive the blessings of the divine. एक बार बोले श्री कृष्ण भगवान की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की. My dear devotees and bhaktas, Sudama, receiving the wonderful blessing of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he teaches us that we all could receive the same darshan and the same blessing from the Lord and Master. All we have to do, devotees and bhaktas, surrender with love and devotion. And so this evening, as we terminate our satsang, let us grasp this opportunity to surrender through the medium of Arati to the feet of Bhagwan and to receive the blessings of Shri Krishna. Ek baar bole Krishna Bhagwan ki. Karauchai, please stand as we join in our Purna Mahuti offering. Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Shantihi Swaha. We offer Achman. Om Papaham Papakarmaham Papatma Sambhava Trahimam Pundarikaksha Sarva Papa Haro Hari. We find the fire. Vanaspati Rasura Bhutoyo Ganyu Ganyu Tamaha Agrahana Sarvarevanam Dupoyam Prati Grahitam. Let us all take blessing. Ochasi Ochasi Muhidehi Banamasi Banamasi Muhidehi Dupam Samarpayami. Ek baar bole Krishna Bhagwan ki, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki. We join in our final arati. Om Yani Tani Japapani Janme Hritatani Cha Tani Tani Vrashyanti Parakshana Pare Pare. Om Jai Shri Radha Radha Radha. Om Jai Shri Krishna Krishna Krishna. Shri Radha Krishna Ye Namah. Shri Radha Krishna Ye Namah. Om Jai Shri Radha Radha Radha. Om Jai Shri Krishna Krishna Krishna. Shri Radha Krishna Ye Namah. Shri Radha Krishna Ye Namah. This evening, my dear friends and devotees, whilst we grasp the opportunity to offer Arati to Bhagwan, to receive the blessings of Shri Krishna, let us take this opportunity this evening to surrender to the feet of Lord Krishna, to offer Arati in your minds this evening, to pray to Bhagwan, to seek forgiveness from the Divine Lord and Master of the universe this evening. This evening is that time where, of course, we must take this opportunity to make the necessary changes in our lives, to, of course, embrace the path of bhakti devotion, to begin to serve God, to begin to become one with our Divine Lord and Master of the universe. Together. Om Jai Shri Radha Radha Radha. Om Jai Shri Krishna Krishna Krishna. Shri Radha Krishna Ye Namah. Shri Radha Krishna Ye Namah. Chandramukhi chanchal chit chori Savara savara bhore Sham sham ek se dore Shri Radha Krishna Ye Namah. Om Jai Shri Radha. Om Jai Shri Krishna. Shri Radha Krishna Ye Namah. Shri Radha Krishna Ye Namah. चंद्र चंद्रिका चम चम चमके मोर मुकुट सिर डम डम डमके युगल प्रेम रस चम चम चमके श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। ओम जय श्री कृष्णा श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। एक बार बोले कृष्ण भगवान की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की। कस्तूरी कुंकुमर्त बिंदु चंदन चारु तिलक मृग चंदा सादा लाल लाल सुनंदा श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। ओम जय श्री राधा ओम जय श्री कृष्णा श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा भव भय हरे संकट मोचन कृष्णा मुरारे एक शक्ति के आधारे श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। ओम जय श्री राधा ओम जय श्री कृष्णा श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा जगत ज्योति जग जननी माँ जगत जीवन जग पितु दाता जगत धारा जगत विज्ञाता श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। ओम जय श्री राधा ओम जय श्री कृष्णा श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। राधा राधा कृष्ण कन्हैया भव भय सागर पलया मंगल मूरत मोक्ष करया श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। ओम जय श्री राधा ओम जय श्री कृष्णा श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। ओम जय श्री राधा ओम जय श्री कृष्णा श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे राम 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 हरे. Tonight, as we are about to terminate our pravachan, our katha, our devotion, as loud as you can, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hari Bol 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 Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Om Tvameva Mata Shapita Tvameva Bandhu Jasaka Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Hari Om Shanti Hari Om एक बार बोले कृष्ण भगवान की सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय जय सीताराम. You may have respectful seats at this time. Let me take the opportunity this evening to say a special thank you to the members of the Charleville Shiva Mandir for of course joining with us this evening and of course having us join with you all this evening in devotion. May Bhagwan richly bless you. To the members of our group joining with us this evening, to Nirmal, to Amir, to of course Suman and our wonderful sister Anjali joining with us this evening, Bhagwan blessings to you all. To all those who have helped in whatever way to make our satsang a great success, may Bhagwan richly bless you. Let me of course take this opportunity to extend Bhagwan Shri Krishna blessings to Pandit Madan and his wonderful Dulahin joining with us this evening in devotion. Bhagwan's blessings to you, Panditji. To Sankhya Television, to Uncle Ramesh, and of course the management and staff of Sankhya Television, I take the opportunity to say Bhagwan Shri Krishna blessings to you and thank you for of course joining with us this evening in devotion. My dear Bhaktas and devotees, Harrypersad Panchamrit will come your way. Bhojan is prepared for each and every one. As you exit to your left, you will of course receive Bhojan and of course may return safely to your respective homes. एक बार बोले श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय.
मेरे बाके बिहारी लाल, मेरे बाके बिहारी लाल, तू इतना न करियो श्रृंगार, नजर तो है लग जाएंगे प्यारे, नजर तो है लग जाएंगे. मेरे बाके बिहारी लाल, तू इतना न करियो श्रृंगार, नजर तो है लग जाएंगे प्यारे, नजर तो है लग जाएंगे प्यारे, नजर तो है लग जाएंगे.
Jai Sitaram and Namaste everyone. Join me every Thursday evening at 6:05